All right, listen up, ladies and gentlemen. I'm out here at one of our fishing holes with Sam, and we were exchanging stories about our boys and whose boys weren't the brightest. And I think right now I'm winning by far because I gave him a story about my boy Hudson. Now, Hudson, I love him to death. To death do us part, I love Hudson, but he's not wrapped too tight. I mean, he's not the best swinger in the ballpark, if you know what I mean. And this here story I'm about to tell you is what solidified in my mind that Hudson was about as dumb as a late bus driver taking quicksand for a shortcut. All right, here it is. One day I get a call from the elementary school that says your son Hudson is having an issue. And well, I go down there to the school and I'm trying to figure out why Hudson is having a problem. Well, he had a teacher named Mr. Jenkins. Mr. Jenkins was a kind fellow, very southern like myself, so he understood where we came from. Well, when I get in, Mr. Jenkins says we have a problem that maybe he's a bit too literal. And so I said, how did you know this? Well, he handed me a paper that had a big circle around the question. It was the question that Hudson had answered wrong. I'll tell you what the question said and what he said for his answer. The question said, where do pineapples come from? Where do pineapples come from? It was an open written response question. I had just talked about gardening and fruits and vegetables. Well, my boy Hudson decides to put on that paper underneath that question I just gave you that pineapples came from pine trees and that they were descendants of pine cones. And from that moment, folks, I'll tell you right now, I knew that Hudson was a special and that he would be my biggest problem. Now, he could swing a bat just as fast as a cat can run. But when it comes to his brains, the boy's not wrapped too tight around there. I'm just telling you what I